Hello. Let's begin. Question 1, can you hear me? Question number 2, can you hear the background music? I'm just turning down at the moment, actually. Turn it a little bit more, so it's proper background. Hello, Mr. Bernie. First in tonight. Hello, Val. What's going on? John and Val are playing with Vicky and Eddie. Team Criswitty Biscuits. Nice. It's Friday. Hello, Felix. Yes, and yes, yes, yes. Thank you very much. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Val. Right. Not that I really do background music these days. Look, you know I do Kazula Palooza. You know you all love it. Yeah? So I'm not going to do this tonight, but I've just been experimenting a little bit with the. Let me hang on a second. I need to move some screens around. By the way, just while we're getting ready for 7 o'clock, tell us some good news from your life. That's what I like to do sometimes. I like to know some good news from your life. Not news from the news, like the news, but news from your life. Good news for my life today is that I won a chess game on chess.com today, a 10-minute game. I absolutely destroyed the guy. It was fantastic. But that's on the back of losing a move a day game to a quizzer, actually. A guy who used to come to the Safari Lunch. So that was horrible. Got ahead. I would have just screwed it up. Yeah, I'm a little bit early, Felix. I'm just so. Like, you know, I do Kazula Palooza. I'm going to try and expand my repertoire, right? Which is courtesy of the stylophone, right? So I kind of got to learn some actual music for these, though, instead of just playing the kazoo. So let's. Can you hear that? Okay, or is it too quiet to go in the microphone? Try this. See if you can identify this tune. No, start again. Hang on, turn the volume up. Is there a volume? I think there's a volume. That's a pitch. What about this? Right, that's as loud as it gets. Right, let's try this. Loud and clear, right? Okay. Yeah, that's it. Muppet Show. All right, so it kind of works. Andrew, you were first there. So that's not an official game tonight, but I'll put you on the wheel of names anyway. I think that's fair. Right, now what's going on? Right, I need to get our tab here. You know what? I am early, but it's not like I'm massively more organised than usual. Right, Andrew, well done. You Muppet Show tune. So I might be doing some of that. Nick Gardner is already on the wheel tonight, and that is because of a mistake, an error, a shipping disaster, which happened many months ago and only just came to light this week. So Nick's getting on the wheel for that. Andrew's joined them on the wheel. Right, who else is here? Who else is here? Hello, Karen. Hello, Titty Biscuits. Yay. Hello, Katie. Yeah, thanks for your picture. Katie got sent the beer. Our sponsor tonight and for the next 2 Fridays is Fierce Brewing of Aberdeen, right? And so they started sponsoring last week. Katie was the first winner of the beer, and I was expecting her to get 4 tins, but she sent a photograph of her prize. Turned out she got 2 4-packs. They sent her 8 tins. Yes. All right. So I don't know if that was a mistake, whether that's policy. I haven't had time to check. with Fearson. You know what? To be honest, I'm just kind of leaving it. Oh, I'm just kind of leaving it because if they're sort of accidentally sending out 8, that's fine. That's fine. You know what I mean? We are one day closer to the pubs opening up again, says Felix. Look at the pub behind me. Name that boozer. First one to name that boozer. It's an Edinburgh pub. Gets on the wheel. Gospedge. I'll talk to you in a second, Mr. Spedge. Can I ask you a question? Anyway, yeah, it's the Brass Monkey. That's right, Maz. The Brass. Or indeed, the Monkey. Depending on your inclination. So you are on the wheel as well. So we've got a couple of people on the wheel, and it's not even 7 o'clock yet, which is a good way to start things. I quickly pop on Facebook and just post the fact that I'm starting the quiz. And I'll do on Twitter as well. I've got time. It's 1 minute to 7. It's just hit the clock, so I've got time to do this. So welcome to the quiz, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dr. Paul. I'm your quizmaster. And we're about to do a pub quiz. I am about to explain everything and how it works, all that kind of thing. So Twitter's asking me what's happening. Say live quiz right now. By the way, if you share the quiz, you get a point. So you might as well. We're just getting geared up. We're going to hit the first question at just about 5 past. All right. So I've done that on Twitter, so I can close that tab and forget about it. And Facebook. Let's have a look over here. Facebook. To try and round up a few last-minute trips here. Win beer. We'll type win beer right now. Quiz, capital letters, and post. That's personal Facebook, and it should be going out on the Dotball page. Right, okay, let's forget about all that stuff. Hey! Hi, it does say, see, the clues are in the pictures, as always. Typing, an issue tonight, as I've borrowed my friend's dog for the weekend, and he's not very good at typing. Hello there. What's happening? Dr. Ball quiz is happening. That's right, Nemo. You knows it, Nemo. Hello, Ewan. Hello, everybody. Hello, Noodle Doodles. Yeah, it's the Drummond Street Monkey. That's right. It was my Wednesday. It used to be my Wednesday before all this hoo-ha. Well, my late Wednesday. My early Wednesday used to be the Joker and Thief, of course, on Elm Row. And then I'd get a quick cab, or sometimes cycle, up to Brass Monkey and do the quiz there. Great stuff. Thank you for sharing. Titty Biscuits. Awesome. By the way, see their avatar. That's an actual Dr. Paul quiz winner badge. If you're a winner and I'm sending you stuff for the first time, I put a wee badge in there, you know, because it's good. It's good to get a badge. Right, let's get the quiz on because it's 2 minutes past. Let's get the quiz on. Let's get started. How's the computer feeling tonight? You feeling all right, computer? I'm a bit tired. Yeah, I know. Well, you've got 2 quizzes to do now. Buck up your ideas, computer. What a nap. Right, here we are. Give us a share. No, I've already asked. Oh, by the way, you and your trowel is lovely. Right. Live quiz starts soon. To be totally honest, my computer sounds like at the best time. So just before I start ranting and raving away, I'm going to turn off the Brass Monkey. Just go curtain style because it uses less resources. But I should be in a better position in terms of computers. Right, live quiz starts soon. Here's how we go. You answer the questions. That's it. That's the whole quiz. I'm going to do a round at a time. So you answer the questions to the questions as I ask them. You don't shout them out. You just write them down, okay? And then at the end of each round, you can mark yourself. It's an honour system. There are no prizes for coming high scores. There are prizes, great prizes, but you get those by getting yourself on the wheel of names. And to get on the wheel of names, you answer questions that I sometimes put out. And if I say, first one to answer this gets on the wheel, then try and type as quick as you can. And it's the rule is, the cast iron rule tonight is that it's the first answer that I see. You might not be the actual first, but the first one that I see is the one that goes on the wheel. Oh, it's arrived. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Hello from the Philippines, Ronaldo. I was going to say Ronaldo, but it's Rolando. Roland. Oh. Hello, Mum. Mum's here. Yeah. Katie's got something for you, but Katie, don't tell her what it is. I've not quite sorted it out yet, but will. Katie won a beer last week. One of the reasons she won the beer is because she got on the wheel because she was the second to answer a question that my mum answered first. And of course, nepotism rules equals you can't put your mum on the wheel. You can't shove your granny off a bus, but you can't put your mum on the wheel. You know what I mean? So mum graciously removed herself from the wheel, leaving Katie to go on the wheel, and she ended up winning the beer. So Katie was she wanted me to pass on her thanks to you, Mum, for that. She was very happy. You'll get your googly eyes, don't worry. Right. Anyway, I was trying to explain how the quiz works. Don't shout out answers in the chat. That's the main thing. All right. Good. Last time we played was Wednesday. Here are the scores from Wednesday. The scores were arranged in terms of 80s bands. So the top tier teams on Wednesday was Wham, Smartcus, Jose Augusto, Fabians, Pavlovs, Porn Dwarfs. Second tier was Pure Bananarama, Quizzy Poos, Breeder Dreed, Triangulation, Jocks, Nomad, Sausage Roll, Social Outcast, Golden Girls. And at the bottom, we have to say Seek Sputnik. That's Part A, John Meacham, Lumpy Gravy, Shit Trifle, The Fest, Vision, Oven Gloves, Monsieur Lespege, and Quarantini. Spege, I'll ask you right now, are you sponsoring the later quiz tonight? Is Shell sponsoring the late quiz? Let me know. Right. The quiz is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 o'clock, and Friday at 9 o'clock for those who like it late. Hire me to do a private quiz. Some people do occasionally, now and again. Get in touch if you want a private quiz. Good fun. Do it on Zoom. Deadpool. You got a couple of weeks left to get your entries in for March. You've got to get it in by the end of February. Right. And tonight's sponsor, main sponsor for the 7 o'clock quiz, are Fierce Beer, Fierce Brewing. They are from Aberdeen. And tonight's prize is IPA. It should be a case of 4, but if you're lucky like last week's winner, you might end up with 2 cases of 4, which is 8. Amazing. Right, everybody here? It's 5 past. Let's go. Oh yeah, discount code. If you want to go shopping at Fierce Brewing, and they do have loads and loads of great products, go to their website and use the discount code DP Quiz. It gets you 15% off, so it's well worthwhile. Quieter tonight. Is there something good on telly, or did I just not publicise this very well? Right. Anyway, plenty of. Oh yeah, Louisa's giving away this clock, table tennis, and there will be other prizes. I've got loads of other prizes, but that's your main prizes. Yes, but cannot guarantee Shell could be another brand, but say 24R, a 24er. Right, excellent. Thank you. That'll be on at 9 o'clock, so you can Shell, top quality toilet paper, or some other brand which is maybe, well, not maybe, it will be very good. It's made in Simon's factory, so it'll be top, but it won't be necessarily the ultimate ultra top quality, which is, of course, is Shell. But that's, yeah, the bog roll's gluten free. It's fine. Here we go. You ready? Humja. Yeah, 24 rolls. I got it. Right, here we go. Right, first round is the same letter round. We're 8 minutes past, which isn't too bad tonight. Let's see if we can finish the main quiz by 8 o'clock tonight. So, just answer. Don't shout us out in the chat. And this is the same letter round. 5 questions, and they all start with the same letter. All the answers start with the same letter. So, Once you get the letter, it helps, you know. So at which British attraction would you find the Slaughter Stone and the Heel Stone? I'm glad to see Katie's drinking last week's prize while playing this week's quiz. That's perfect. That's a nice circle. So the Slaughter Stone and the Heel Stone are to be found at which British tourist attraction? You'll see there it's in Wiltshire. All right. Number 2. What was the title of Westlife's debut single in the UK, which was also their first #1 hit and their only song to get in the charts in the USA? That's question number 2. Hello, Phil. You're not late. You're just in time because we're just starting the first round. We're okay. Number 3. Which expensive spice comes from the crocus flower? There's a bit of culinary action here. Cuisine, as we were saying earlier. So, which expensive spice comes from the crocus flower? No, you cannot drink a trowel. That's true. But you could plant a vine or some hops. You know, long-term thinking. Number 4, what vegetable does the character Popeye eat to gain superhuman strength? Andrew's now having to listen to marital Westlife situation. So what vegetable does Popeye eat to make him super strong? And the last one here, a little bit more tricky. Which nation state in the Pacific Ocean became independent from British rule in 1978? And it gets their name. The name of the country is named after a Jewish king from the Old Testament. All right, so Pacific Island nations. A nation state in the Pacific Ocean named after a Jewish king from the Old Testament became independent from the UK in 1978. That's the stuff. You tell me if you're ready. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Monsieur Le Spéjois. Thank you, Tate Biscuits. Thank you, Tate. That's the stuff. You tell me if you're ready, and then I know when to move on. But I'm going to quickly recap these questions for anyone who just came in. So here we go. Remember, same letter round. All the answers start with the same letter. Which British tourist attraction includes the Slaughter Stone and the Heel Stone? Number 2, Westlife's debut single. It's a 3-word title. I don't think I mentioned that clue before. 3-word title, Westlife's debut hit and their only song to chart in the USA. It was their first UK #1. Number 3, which expensive spice comes from the crocus flower? A couple of tricky ones in here, actually. What does Popeye eat to gain the strength? That's an easy one. And it's a nation state in the Pacific Ocean named after a Jewish king from the Old Testament. All right. Everybody ready? Looks like it. I'm going to go straight on. Let's go straight to these answers. Now, get ready to mark yourself. You give yourself 2 points for each answer, each correct answer. Okay? Okay? You know what I mean? And so maximum points for this round, but there are bonuses. Stay tuned for those if you don't know. Did you get the letter? I'm sure you did. The letter S. Right. Slaughterstone and Heel Stone is Stonehenge. I see. I spot my typo straight away there. Stonehenge, which is quite different, but that's not intentional. Stonehenge. There you go. Now that isn't Stonehenge. Where is this full-size replica? Which country can you visit to see this full-size replica of Stonehenge? I know you spotted the ice, folks, but I spotted it first, so it doesn't count. That's Felix and Louisa and Mum all over it, but I spotted it first. It only counts if you spot it before I do. No, it's not France. It's not Argentina. It's not Norway. It's not Peru. It's not the US. Not Belgium. Wales. Not the Netherlands. It's not Wales. It's not Japan. This has turned out to be a good question. It's not Jersey. Oh, loads of guesses have come. It's not Switzerland or Switzerland. Sped's gone for an abbreviation, which, I mean, I don't know if he means Australia or Austria. But one of them's right, and then he's first to type it properly as well. So yeah, Australia is correct. It's in Western Australia, and it's a couple who own a farm. A bit bored one day, and they're like, "Let's build a great big whooping Stonehenge," in exactly that accent. So well done, and it's a tourist attraction now. And it's better than our Stonehenge. It's complete. It works and everything. You know? Title of the Westlife song is "Swear It Again." Swear it all over again. Na 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 na. Na, 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 the pain, and I swear it all over again. I don't know the words. Crocus flower is saffron. Simon got himself on the wheel there. Team Spedge got themselves on the wheel for getting Australia. Saffron is correct. No extra question here, just a picture of saffron cultivation. Imagine that was your job, folks. Quite nice, or probably not. What vegetable does Popeye eat? It's the spinach. And which nation state in the Pacific Ocean? This is tricky, I think. It's the Solomon Islands. Hey, here's another little bonus question. It's the Pacific Ocean. What is that part of the Pacific Ocean called that's in between the Solomon Islands and Australia? So the Solomon Islands are to the northeast of Australia. What is the name of the sea that's in between Australia and the Solomon Islands? It's part of the Pacific Ocean, but I want to know the name of that little bit of sea. Yeah, that's right. Struan's got it. Coral Sea. Perfect. So Struan Mills experience type of thing in there. Hopefully it'll come up and the computer lady will get to hear her pronouncing that, and that'll be fun. Tasman seas to the north, Torres Straits to the top, Dire Straits. I've never had a hit for 20 year, 30 year. There it is, Solomon Islands, and you can't really see it, it's quite small. Coral Sea, it says just there. So Coral Sea, Solomon Islands. Right, okay. So Stuart Mills, you're on the wheel. Right, 10 out of 10, I'm all right, but there's bonus points. So you add 2 if someone on your team is a subscriber. You add 1 if somebody on your team shares the quiz. Press share it out. And you add 1 if it's your birthday. Yeah, Tasman's away at the south, that's right. Well, south and east. It's the sea that's between Australia and New Zealand, is the Tasman. It was a pretty direct question. Marion, is it your birthday today? Hey! Right, David, there's only 1 comedy spot on the wheel per night. First person to make me laugh out loud gets it. That's you, David Hall. I don't understand the question. Can you be a bit more Pacific? Drives me nuts when people get that. Well, it used to. I don't care anymore when people get it. But that made me laugh. So David's on the wheel as well. Right, so we've got Nick, Andrew, Maz, Simon, Struan, and David all on the wheel so far. What are scores like? 10 for the Bridgewater. Nice. Hello, Jerry, by the way. 8 for Ewan. Didn't get Westlife. Off to a shaky start. A bit like the 1980s. Have we got a birthday? 21 plus VAT. Is it your birthday? It's Marion's birthday. Amazing. Fantastic. Marion's everyone's favourite. Dear Marion, happy birthday to you. Yeah. Fantastic. Genuine happy birthday, Marion. Hope you've had a good day. Been doing stuff. Right, picture round. Let's get straight on. There's quite a lot you missed out. Westlife, it looks like. Tonight we toast Marion. Yes. Not literally. It's probably illegal. Good stuff. Everyone's giving Marion a happy birthday. Okay. Right, picture round. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. 5 pictures, all with questions. Number 1, what is this? Just simple as that. What are you looking at? A lot of people are saying this, that they never got a Westlife one. Did anyone get it? I'm sure lots of you did as well. Anyway, what is this? It's as simple as that. It's a fairly familiar thing from a slightly unfamiliar angle. What is this thing? What are you looking at? It's a specific thing with a proper noun name. It's not a something, it's the something, right? Number 2, 1970s film. We're actually talking about this on a recent quiz. What is the name of this classic 1971 Michael Caine film? Name the movie. Came out in 1971. Michael Caine strutting about with a big shooter. I wouldn't be sad about it. I always think the same about Westlife. It's okay, you know. You always think it's going to be rubbish, and it always turns out to be okay. And in fact, pretty good. Number 3, who painted this piece of art in 1899? Monet, Renoir, Van Gogh. That is your pretty standard art choices there. But who was the bloke behind the brush for this one? Monet, Renoir, Van Gogh. Art. Number 4, twins. These two people are twins, but which one is the more famous? A or B? More famous of these two twins. That's is it twin A or twin B? One of them's pretty famous. The other one's just a twin. So which one is the famous one? And the last question here in the pit round is cute. What's complete the name of this animal? It's from Australia. It's called the Western Pygmy something. What's the last word of that animal's name? Okay. Tell me if you're ready. Look at that. That's amazing. It looks quite manageable as well. If you were to keep one of those as a pet, you wouldn't need to. I mean, I don't know much about it, but I don't think you need an awful lot of space, you know? Buy 1 banana a week. I should do it. Anyway, here are the questions one more time. So what is this thing? It's a specific thing, not something. What are you looking at there? A very familiar thing, but from an unusual viewpoint. Name the film. 1971, Michael Caine. Looking a bit rough. Rough and ready, that is. Not like rough, but, you know. Loads of you are ready. Monet, Renoir, Van Gogh. Who's the painter? Who's the famous twin? Twin A or twin B? And the Western Pygmy something. What is the something? Okay, there we go. Lots of people are ready, so I am going to go straight on to the answers. Let's not muck around here. So picture, answers, here we go. Some people would have got it straight away. They would have just nailed this straight away, but others, what kind of am I? Looking down, looking up, looking across? Where you're looking straight up. That's the viewpoint. You're looking up at the bottom of the Eiffel Tower. You're looking up towards the top of the Eiffel Tower, but that's from the bottom. Yeah. 2 points for Eiffel Tower, 2 points for all the questions in this round. Number 2, Michael Caine. Yeah. Get Carter. Which I need to watch again. I've not seen it for a long, long time. Morning, Redwater Van Gogh. That is with Japanese water lilies or something like that. It's called. I can't remember exactly, but it's by Monet. Claude Monet. Lots of French stuff around. Jan. The French get a little bit put out sometimes because it's quite Anglo-centric, because it's quite UK-centric, but there's a couple of French things in this round, which is nice. Jolie. Who's the more famous of the twins? It's twin B, which is Scarlett Johansson. First person to name the brother gets on the wheel. There's a celebrity question for you, which you don't often get. So there's a little trivia bonus to get yourself on the wheel of names. What's the name of the brother? What's his first name? He's not an actor, but he's hardly done anything. He's not. His first. System's been a little bit unresponsive tonight. It was Robin. I'm trying to highlight your comment. But Hunter is correct. You must have just known that. I had no time to look that up. Hunter Johansson. So, Robin, you are on the wheel. Nice one. And the last one here, the Western Pygmy Possum. It's a possum. Hello, possums. That's what Dame Edna's talking about when she's talking about possums. That's what she's picturing in her head when she's referring to you, the audience, as possums. I'm loving all your alternative answers. Cliff Johansson. Joe Johansson. That'd be quite cool. But probably not Shuggy Johansson. We all know Shuggy Johansson, but that's not him. Right, what we got? 6 for the Central Belters, right? Tricky round. 6 for the French. Must have got the French ones right. Marsupial. I don't know if it is a type of marsupial, but the species name, the Western Pygmy Possum, that's what it is, yeah. Thought it was a little wombat. Now, wombats are massive. Wombats are like that. That. You know, you'd struggle to carry a wombat. They're quite big. Eiffel Tower, Get Carter, Monet, Western Pygmy Possum. Nothing. 0 out of 10 in that round. That's a shocker, Ewan. Send that trowel back. That's mental. That is true, Louisa. I know that one. Wombats, when they make poo, they make it in the shape of a cube. True fact. Right. Sound round. Right, it's voices tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get straight onto it. I'm going to play you some voices. You just got to identify who they are. There are 10 possible answers, but of course there are 5 voices. So you've got to pick out. You got to pick out the. That's a fair point. If it was a pygmy wombat, it would be small. Right enough. Yeah. So you just got to pick out the right answers from the list. Let me just get them. Where are they? Here it is. Okay, here we go. Here is voice number 1. Who is speaking here about their relationship with men?
I love men. I think men are the coolest, but you don't really need them to live. My mom said to me, you know, sweetheart, one day you should settle down and marry a rich man. And I said, Mom, I am a rich man. You know, my experience with men is great because I pick them because I like them. I don't need them.
I picked them because I like them. I don't need them now. I know the first bit of that was a little bit quiet. but don't worry, I'm going to play them again. Hey, Rolando, don't shout, okay? Don't shout out the answers. You just try and answer them and write them down. Rolando's answering on Facebook, so most of you won't see that. You can delete the comment anyway. That's good. Okay, number 2 is talking about their life in the music industry.
The music was never a problem, and I loved that. It was all the rest of it. It was just, you know, sort of being on TV and doing photo shoots and traveling a lot when I just wanted to go home and snog boys and, you know, be a part of the whole thing that was going on, which I still did.
Okay, that was number 2. Number 3 is somebody reading the lyrics of Lady Gaga. So who is this reading Lady Gaga's lyrics?
Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Whether you're broke or evergreen. I won't tell you that I love you, kiss or hug you, because I'm bluffing with my muffin.
I had a
Bluffing with my muffin. That's Lady Gaga lyrics. Poker Face, I think, is the song. Actually, that should have been the bonus question. But whose voice was it? Number 4 is a man talking about the time he did magic mushrooms with his pet cat.
I had a cat, and my cat used to sneak into the refrigerator and he would steal the mushrooms. And I said, no, and his name was Lewis. I said, Lewis, you can't do that. You can't do that. It's not right. He ate them voraciously. He just loved them. It was like catnip to him. So I thought, well, what the heck? I better do it with him. And I remember lying in my bed for hours staring at each other. But he would stare at me, and I had no doubt that he was my brother.
I had no doubt that he was my brother. And the last voice tonight is talking about how Vanilla Ice only became a big deal in the music industry because he believed in Vanilla Ice. So who's this?
Thanks to me hanging out with Vanilla Ice, thanks to me not taking no for an answer. That's my dude, man. So every time we see each other though, it's like a family reunion. I believed in Vanilla Ice. You know what I'm saying? When a lot of people didn't.
I believed in Vanilla Ice when a lot of people didn't. That's the line there. Right. I hope they were loud enough. They sound a little quiet at this end, but my headphones might just be down a little bit. You tell me if it's too loud or too quiet, okay? But I'm going to play them one more time. So the first one is someone talking about how they see men. I'm going to play the whole thing. Okay, so this is number 1.
I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live. My mom said to me, you know, sweetheart, one day you should settle down, marry a rich man. And I said, Mom, I am a rich man. You know, my experience with men is great because I pick them because I like them. I don't need them.
I like them. I don't need them. Oh, yeah. Right. Number 2 is talking about life in the music industry.
The music was never a problem, and I loved that. It was all the rest of it. It was just, you know, sort of being on TV and doing photo shoots and traveling a lot when I just wanted to go home and snog boys and, you know, be a part of the that was going on, which I still did.
Number 3 is someone reading the lyrics of Lady Gaga.
Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Whether you're broke or evergreen. I won't tell you that I love you, kiss or hug you, because I'm bluffing with my muffin.
I had a cat, and
it's kind of run on there, but this is number 4. Doing magic mushrooms with a pet cat.
my cat used to sneak into the refrigerator and he would steal the mushrooms. And I said, no, and his name was Lewis. I said, Lewis, you can't do that. You can't do that. It's not right. He ate them voraciously. He just loved them. It was like catnip to him. So I thought, well, what the heck? I better do it with him. And I remember lying in my bed for hours staring at each other. But he would stare at me, and I had no doubt that he was my brother.
Worth a second listen, definitely. And the last one is someone who believed in Vanilla Ice.
Thanks to me hanging out with Vanilla Ice, thanks to me not taking no for an answer. That's my dude, man. So every time we see each other though, it's like a family reunion. I believed in Vanilla Ice. You know what I'm saying? When a lot of people didn't. Thanks to me.
Know what I'm saying? All right. I think you're mostly ready. Great news that Fiona from Team El Destructo has danced on a table with voice number 5. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, here we go. Here come the answers. I hope you're all ready. I think you're all ready. Number 1 was Cher. Doesn't need men. Likes them. Doesn't need them. I am a rich man. That's what she says. 2 points for Cher. Number 2 is talking specifically about the early days of her career in the music industry. Pretty young. It's Charlotte Church. Number 3 is Sam Elliott. All right, is an actor who's been in a lot of movies. In fact, there's a question to get you on the wheel. Name a Sam Elliott film. First one to do that will get on the wheel. Name a Sam Elliott film. I'll have to look it up. I only really know one. A Star is Born. Big Lebowski's definitely right. Karen was before you with A Star is Born. Let's just see if that's right. Bluffing with my muffin. I think A Star is Born is correct because I think that's why he was being interviewed. A Star is Born brackets 2018 film. I'm just quickly looking this up on Wikipedia. Starring Sam Elliott. Yeah, you're right. Okay, good stuff. Nice work. Karen, you're on the wheel. Let me just stick you on the wheel here. Karen. Very good answer. Very quick. Sam Elliott. He's got a big moustache. Real distinctive looking guy, right? Number 4 was Nicolas Cage. Who's doing mushrooms with a pet cat? It's got to be Nicolas Cage. He might be the new Brian Blessed, if you know what I mean. And then the last one, who was it who believed in Vanilla Ice when no one else did? It was Flavor Flav, or Flavor Flav, out of Public Enemy. Loads of you naming Sam Elliott films. Big Lebowski was the one I was thinking of. That's the first one that sprung to mind. But Roadhouse has Swayze in it too, so that I've never seen Roadhouse. Never seen it. Aye, Flavor Flav on the hype tip. Look, there he is. Hey! And that's who Fiona was dancing with on the tables. 10, 6 out of 10. 10 out of 10. The Central Belters are back in the game. Missed out Cage. Oh, you didn't get Cage. Who did you say instead of Nicolas Cage? Who else would have done mushrooms with a cat? Is there? There's a rate Flav. Really? That's kind of ripping it off, isn't it? Nothing's coming up on Wikipedia search. You sure about that, Louisa? That doesn't sound right. Wouldn't be allowed to get away with that. Flavor Flav, In the Sun, Public Enemy #1. Where is Flavor Flav now? He's running a coffee stall up by Brunsfield Links. It's good prices. It's like £3. It's £3 for a coffee, which sounds like a lot, but a lot of good stuff goes into it. So you go and support Flavor Flav. I might try and get him to sponsor the quiz, actually. I am calling pish on the Flav. There'll be people who spell it Flavor, but he's Flavor. Okay. Let's get on with it. I was going to ask a supplementary question to get you on the wheel, which is Public Enemy related. You know, Flavor Flav was one of the rappers in Public Enemy. So let me just Public Enemy had hits started having hits in the 80s. Okay, that's when they kind of broke through. What was their only record to get in the top 20 in the 80s? So one of their early hits, but they didn't have massive hits in the UK, like in terms of the charts. But what was their only song to get in the top 20? I looked this up earlier. I need to look it up again. Right, I've got it. Don't believe the hype is right, Graham. I saw you first, so you're on the wheel. You weren't actually first. But who was first? Don't believe the hype. It got to number 18. That was their highest hit in the 80s charts anyway. Don't believe the hype. Gary actually got it first, so I'll put you both on the wheel. Right, I'm getting down a little bit with these trivias. Let's get on with the quiz. Right, crypto. Cryptic clue leads you to the title of a 1990s hit song. You got 1 minute to solve this. Don't shout out the answer for this one. This is back to writing it down because everybody gets 60 seconds to solve this. If you manage to solve it, it's 3 points onto your score. So please don't shout out the answer here. And here comes tonight's crypto. Musical pattern equals sleep. And the title of the song's got 4 words. 6-letter word, 2-letter word, 1-letter word, 6-letter word. If you do get it, tell us in the chat that you've got it, that you're ready. But don't say the answer, because everyone's just trying to get this, okay? Musical pattern equals sleep. So half the time is gone. It's a 90s song, early 90s. Massive hit. Number 1 in the UK and in many other countries. And without doubt, a banger. Okay, Jonathan's got it. Marion's got it. Happy birthday, Marion! Graham's got it. Val's got it. Marion's got it, and she's loving it. We're out of time. So let's see what the answer is. 3 points if you got this right. You get it right up until when I reveal it, which is now. It's rhythm as a dancer. Musical pattern is a rhythm. Equals is is sleep. You notice the capital there. Wayne Sleep. He's a dancer. Rhythm is a dancer. I don't think so. Katie, I think I've got that all right. What's the what are you thinking I've got wrong about that? Let me know, because if I've got something wrong, then fine. You know I don't mind owning up to mistakes, but yeah, it's by Snap, isn't it? Rhythm is a dancer. It's a source companion. You can feel it everywhere. Whoa! It's a passion. Okay. 3 points if you got that. Crypto. I think I got it right. I don't think... I can't see any problems with that. Right, thumbs up. This is me asking you to like the quiz. If you like the quiz, please can you hit the like button wherever you are, Facebook or YouTube. We'll see you on YouTube. Wayne Sleep song explains all. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't make a mistake, did I? That's isn't it? Yes. Right. Anyway, give us a thumbs up. It's me specifically asking you to like the quiz because that helps me. Thank you very much. Right, let's move on. So, it is Kazula Palooza. I forgot I was doing this. Right, I better get my drum machine on because it's not on at the moment, but I'll get it on. Get kazoo out. Always got a kazoo handy. Can't talk and kazoo at the same time. Right, so this is to get on the wheel. So this is a shouty outy one. Toot. And you just have to identify the song. It's the song title. I'm just waiting for my drum machine to turn on here. Okay, here we go. That's it. Yay! Craig Stevenson. Get it right. As of course that's Casey and the Sunshine Band. Aha! That's it. That is something like it. Not exactly, but quite like it. Craig, you're on the wheel. Yeah. Craig Stevenson. Right. Excellent. Well done. That was nice and quick as well. No mucking about. Right, time for Blanco. Okay, it's a geography one tonight. Geography Blanco, and it's slightly different. Normally it's 10 points for a Blanco round, but I'm giving you 13 points tonight because it's about Canada. And it is the provinces and territories of Canada. See how many out of 13 you can get. Most of you know where Canada is. It's kind of, it's that way. It's west, you know. I'm facing east right now. Behind me, over there. It's a bit like America, but not as much like America. Try and get as many of these as you can. It's 1 point for each one. So this is going to give a potential score higher than the usual 76 tonight because we've got 3 extra little ones there. Provinces and territories. There's a sort of technical distinction, which I'm not quite sure what it is, between the provinces and the territories. But just try and name them, that's all. You see the first letters there. Nomsy's must be pleased about this, I think. About the fact that it's Canadian. Mr. Doyle's written those down in double quick time. Charlene's not here tonight. That's why you need a Canadian. They just melt away. They're not here. I went to Canada once, and it was all right. It's pretty good. Weren't there for long. I was on my way to Ohio. Visit my sister-in-law. That it seemed was to fly into and drive over the border, across the border at Niagara Falls, which might have been thrilling, except for the fact that we were detained by immigration for about 2 hours to answer questions. Know nothing about Canada? It's all places you've probably heard of, Janie. You would just have a look. That's what first letters there, because just have a wee think about Canada. Try and get some names. Let me know when you're ready. I know some of you have already. Thank you very much. Doyle and Duff. Quite often the first two to be ready. Andrew's ready. Scumbag's ready. What's the second initial of number 6, says Ewan? It is S. N for November, S for sausage. NS is number 6, Ewan. Let's see, Andrew's saying that maybe got them all. Sophie used to research politically exposed people in other countries. What? For an anti-fraud company? What the hell's politically exposed people in other countries for fraud? What? I don't even know what that means. What, like people who are meant to get killed? Is that right? Aye. No problem, Janet. Yeah, we'll have Canada specials from now on, every single week. Screen's not big enough for that. See, I should stop putting comments up because you might be trying to look at the bottom of the screen. Sorry about that. 2 Canadians on the team for Team Hazelmeyer. That's nice. So Andrew's saying that comment is to do with people who are involved in politics. Oh, right. Folk involved in politics are likely to be defrauded, apparently. Is that because they're thick? All right, because their name, address, and date of birth are all on the internet. Oh, interesting. Aren't all of our names, addresses, and date of birth on the internet? Is that how you get defrauded? I better go and erase my trail. There's probably details everywhere. Okay, I think we're getting towards the end of this. Time to move on. In fact, it is. It's 10 to 8 already. Come on. Let's do it. Here we go. Right, score yourself 1 point for each of these that you get. So here we go, from the top. Number 1, these are alphabetical. Number 1 is Alberta. 1 point. Number 2 is British Columbia. Nice. Number 3 is Manitoba. Manitoba. Nice sounding word. Spent October in Manitoba. Number 4 is New Brunswick. That's one of the more ones, I think. Number 5 is also tricky because you might think that they're 2 separate provinces, but they're lumped together. They are Newfoundland and Labrador. Number 6 is Nova Scotia, New Scotland, basically. Number 7 is a large bulk of Ontario. That's where you have Toronto. Toronto is the city. Ontario is the province. Number 8 is another slightly obscure one. It's on the East Coast. It's Prince Edward Island. Number 9 is the big French-speaking place. More French stuff tonight. Monsieur Durand. Est-ce que pour vous? Est-ce que Quebec? Québécois. Quebec. Number 10 is Saskatchewan. Bonus question. Which Proclaimers song includes the word Saskatchewan? Before I do the rest of these answers, first person to get that right goes on the wheel. The Proclaimers have a song which includes the word Saskatchewan, which is you don't get in a lot of pop songs. But the Proclaimers have got it in one of their songs. Name that song. First one to get this right goes on the wheel. It's Cap in Hand. That's right. No, not Letter from America. No. That would make sense, but it's Ewan's got himself on the wheel. It's Cap in Hand. But I don't understand why we let someone else rule our land. Na-na-na. Right. Here come the territories. These are sort of out in the middle of nowhere. Northwest Territories is number 11. Number 12 is where all the Eskimos live. I don't know if you're allowed to say that anymore, but Nunavut. Nunavut. I'm having none of it. And the last one is the Yukon. So they're all the way in the north. It's where all the polar bears live and stuff. No, vape in hand. That I mean, I know they're from Leith, but still, that's not right. 13 out of 13. Nice work. Duff and Doyle. Bang, bang, bang. Dunno. It's a wee bit sort of couthy, innit? Ewan. Went to Saskatchewan for a forest audit. Forest was 3 million hectares, and we had to travel to get to the work sites. Blimey. Jerry says, you can't say polar bears these days. Oh, God. There's only one spot on the wheel for making me laugh, but that's properly made me laugh, so that's going on the wheel. Right. Everyone got these? Okay, let's... If you missed any, let me know. Mark, that's a map. You can look at it later if you want. We're kind of out of time, right? 50-50 round is all about tonight. I'm doing this week. Well, I might do it next week as well. I've been doing it all this week. The 50-50 round is all on one subject. If you want to nominate a subject, tell me on the Facebook, all right? But this week's, or tonight's subject was suggested by Martin, I think, and it's fashion questions, 50-50. Here we go. Right. Fashion passes, style remains is a mantra most closely associated with which French, again, fashion icon? Was it Coco Chanel or Jean-Paul Gaultier? Aye, how do you audit a forest? I guess you just check the books. 50 billion trees, aye, that seems right. Okay. Number 2, Philip Tracy, eye designer, best known for what? Designing hats or shoes? That's question 2. Question number 3, Scottish pop music, 1984. Which Scottish band had a 1984 hit song which was titled Up on the Catwalk? Was that Aztec Camera or Simple Minds? I don't think there's any trespass jacket questions tonight, Richie. Like I say, if you want to nominate a category for the 50-50 round, let me know on the Facebook group or page. Number 4 in the fashion round, fashion 50-50. What other name can be used for a blanket stitch? Is it called a cable stitch or a Holbein stitch? Stitch this. So a blanket stitch, is that a cable stitch or a Holbein stitch? And number 5. All right, this is good. Skirts versus economics. According to the Hemline Index, it was invented by an economist called George Taylor back in 1926. What happens to women's hemlines when stock prices rise? When like the stock exchange goes up, what happens to women's skirts hemlines? Do they rise as well, or do they fall? What's the relationship? Now, this is nearly 100 years ago. The guy came up with this, but it's been checked recently, and it's found to be pretty much true. Okay. So I'll tell you these one more time. 50-50 questions. So it's a famous fashion mantra. Fashion passes, but style remains. That's Coco Chanel or Jean-Paul Gaultier. Whose mantra is that? Number 2, Philip Tracy is an Irish designer, best known for designing what? Hats or shoes? Up on the Catwalk was a hit in 1984 for which band? Aztec Camera or Simple Minds? Great song, by the way. Number 4, blanket stitch. Another name for that is cable stitch or Holbein stitch. And the last one, the Hemline Index, was invented by George Taylor. He came up with this relationship between the stock market and women's hemlines. What happens when the stock market goes up? Do the skirt lines go up as well? Or do the hemlines come down? Good. I'm glad you found a difficult round. Because it's too easy for you normally. Doyle. Loads of you already. Let's get on with it. Still got one round after this. Going to run over slightly. Okay, mantra. Fashion passes, style remains. That is, here we go, Coco Chanel. And there she is, being played by Kathy Burke. I am in a fag. Number 2, Philip Tracy, Irish designer, best known for what? His hats, ladies and gentlemen. And this is a shocker. Look, that's one of his. Reminds me of a toilet, that one. Like it's a toilet seat kind of shape there, and it looks like billows and billows of Cushell coming out the top. There. He's obviously taking the mick. I mean, look at that's another one of his. And so is that. That's better. That's a bit like Vika Suduka. But on the catwalk, that's Simple Minds. Blanket stitch can also be called a cable stitch. It's putting a hem on an unhemmed edge. You know what I mean? Something like that. There's a blanket stitch / cable stitch. And the hemline index, when the stock market goes up, skirts go up. What happens? Their eyes. There's a graph. So he did it way back in the 1920s. You probably can't see the numbers there, but that takes you through to 2005 and shows that the stock market pretty much reflects what happens to hemlines. There's the answers. Coco Chanel, hats, Simple Minds, cable stitch. Their eyes. That was a hell of a bonnet. Yeah. Right, 10 out of 10 on all guesses. That's great. That's fantastic. 6 out of 10. You've been getting 6s tonight. 6 for Nimmo, 6 for Das Team, 10 for the Duff. Good. Isn't cable? That's a different type of cable stitch. Phil, I learned a little bit about this today. Usually a blanket stitch is the name for it, but another name for it is cable stitch. But it's to disambiguate it from the knitting, it's usually called blanket stitch. Okay. Right, double or bust. Here we go. This is the last round now for the score. I hope you've been keeping your scores, because after this round, I'm going to get to upload your scores. Here we go. Double or bust. Do you know how it works? I think you do, mostly. You get 4 points for a right answer. That's double. So it's potential 20 points in this round. If you answer them all and get them right, 20 points. But you run the risk of going bust, because if you answer one question wrong, then you get bust for the whole. You get 0 points for the whole round. To avoid going bust, you don't have to answer all the questions. You can leave blanks. So you decide which ones you're going to go for. All right, ready? Here we go. And it's just straightforward trivia. Number one, which Bob Dylan song was written for the film Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid? And it's been covered by Guns N' Roses, Eric Clapton, and Avril Lavigne, and many, many others as well. But they've had hits with covers. So name the song is the question. It's Bob Dylan wrote it for the film Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid. Cover versions have been released by people including Guns N' Roses, Eric Clapton, and Avril Lavigne. They've all had hits with these songs. Or certainly 2 out of 3 have. I think 3 out of 3, but definitely 2. Number 2, complete the title of a 2002 novel written by Alice Sebold about a murdered girl who watches from heaven as her friends and family deal with her death. It's called The Lovely Something. The Lovely Something. What is the word to finish that title? Written by Alice Sebold. 2002. What animals would be examined by studied hippology? H-I-P-P-O-ology. So if you're a hippologist, you study hippology. What kind of animals do you study? That's question number 3. Remember, one wrong answer is bust. Careful now. Careful which ones you go for, or just go for it. Number 4, the internationally recognized business management degree is an MBA. But what does the A stand for in MBA? It's not particularly well written, that question, in terms of grammar, but you know what I mean. An MBA is a business degree, but what does the A stand for in MBA? And number 5, last question in the double or bust. Last question in the main part of the quiz tonight is a year question. You got to get this within 2 years to get the points. So if you're 2 years out, you get the points. If you're 3 years out, you get bust. And it's a culture question. The Fugees had a #1 hit in the UK charts, Killing Me Softly, and Jerry Maguire, starring Tom Cruise, was out of the movies. So get within 2 years of that. And that's the questions. Let me know if you're ready. I'm going to play these through one more time. Then we'll reveal the answers, then we'll get your scores. Then after that, we'll play games for names until past, and get some more names on the wheel. Then we'll spin the wheel, and then we'll have prize winners. Great. So Bob Dylan's song was for the film Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid, being covered by Guns N' Roses and Eric Clapton, who definitely had hits, and maybe Avril Lavigne did as well. Not quite sure. Number 2, Alice Sebold book came out in 2002. It's called The Lovely Something. What's the something? It's about who's been murdered, and she watches from heaven as her friends and family come to terms with her death. Number 3, what animals are studied by people who use hippology? I see a few bows out here, a couple of you going for it. MBA is a business degree, but what does the A stand for in that abbreviation? And the last one is the year the Fugees, Killing Me Softly, and Jerry Maguire out of the movie starring Tom Cruise. What year? Got to get within 2 years. So if you're 2 years out, you still get the points. If you're 3 years out, you get bust. You decide which ones you're going for. Louise Jobson is going balls out. Scumbags are going balls out. Teddy Biscuits are ready. Karen Duff's going balls out. Balls out means going for all 5. Getting the balls out, putting them on the table, and waiting to be flattened or otherwise. Pedestrian crossing are going all the way. Fantastic. What am I going to tell you? I'm going to remind you folks that I do this for tips. I'm hoping to get some tips from you by doing this quiz. You don't have to, because it's right here. It's on YouTube. It's free. But if you think tonight's quiz is worth a couple of pound tip for your old pal, then I'm delighted to get those. Thank you to those who have donated and do donate. I really appreciate it every single time. Thank you very much. That's a link. I've put it in the chat. If you want to find the link after it goes away, it's in the description underneath the video, somewhere down there on your screen, and you can find the link anytime. But thank you. I'm trying to feed my daughter and the wife, but mainly my daughter. Okay, right, we're ready. We give some answers now. Everyone's ready. Everyone's ready. Right, Bob Dylan. Which Bob Dylan song was for Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid? It's Knocking on Heaven's Door. And that's a typo. Before you point me out, it should be knocking apostrophe. There's no G. Like a Steve Wright situation. Knocking on Heaven's Door. 4 points for that one. Bonus question to get on the wheel. Where is Bob Dylan when this photograph was taken? Which town or city is he in when this photograph was taken? First person to answer this correctly goes on the wheel. It's not Cambridge, not Oslo, not Oxford, not Canterbury. Not Aberdeen, that's closer. London, Stockholm, London, Stirling, St. Andrews. Right. Graham S. on the wheel again. Well done. Scotland, it was St. Andrews, an honorary degree from St. Andrews, and he turned up to collect it, but he basically couldn't be arsed talking and slept and stuff like that. Fell asleep during the ceremony because he's not that fussed, He's like, honorary degree from Stirling? Stirling. St. Andrews? No bothered. I'm going to win the Bell Prize. Definitely not Airdrie. Bob Dylan has never been to Airdrie. He's been to the time capsule. But that's Coatbridge. Right, Alice Sebold, The Lovely Bones is the right answer for this one. Yes, I did notice your impeccable spelling of St. Andrews, Graham. Bonus kudos. Anyway, Lovely Bones was by Alice Sebold. 4 points for that one. I noticed Louisa said she got bust on the first one. I wonder what you put for the Bob Dylan one. Hippology is horses. It's Latin, hippos, horse. It's not hippopotamuses. It's horses. Abbreviation MBA. What does the A stand for? It stands for administration. Master of Business Administration. You went for leaving on a jet plane. That's not even Bob Dylan, is it? Is it? Maybe it is. And the Fugees, Killing Me Softly, Jerry Maguire, plus or minus 2 years. You had to get in between 94 and 98. The correct answer is 1996. Oh! So if you got between 94 and 98, then you got the points, and that is the quiz, ladies and gentlemen. I want to know your total scores. Knocking on Heaven's Door. I got the apostrophe right that time. The Lovely Bones, horses, administration, and 96. So anything between 94 and 98. Yes, spot on for the year. That was my first thought, leaving on a jet plane. John Denver, but I'm thinking, no, hang on a second. Leaving on a jet plane. Yeah, John Denver. It is John Denver. Right. Recorded by Peter, Paul, and Mary. That's what I was thinking. I immediately thought John Denver, then I thought, hang on, that was Peter, Paul, and Mary. But he wrote it, they performed it. Not much to do with Bob Dylan. Tricky quiz. That is not your best, I think, Richie, I would say. I mean, it's possible, Struan. It is possible. You know, 60s and 70s filmmaking could be a little, you know, kind of weird. Zardoz. You know, you could get anachronistic things. Zabriskie Point, you ever seen that? That's weird. I saw Midnight Cowboy for the first time the other week. Great film. But it's definitely a bit weird in places. That is correct, yeah. Hippopotamus is river horse. Hippo is horse. Potamus is river. It's Greek. Like everything that's good is Greek. Potamos. You say water is potable, that means it's drinkable. Okay, I'm going to give you the link, folks, to upload your scores, and then we're going to play straight away. We're going to get into games for names. Okay, score upload link. Just getting that for you just now. Copy and paste and hit yes. Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Good song, that. Better than Knocking on Heaven's Door. Don't like that song. Right, 56 points after starting the quiz badly. The joy is real. First time acing double or bust. Beautiful. To our French friends. That's the highest ever score by any foreign team, ladies and gentlemen. So we're very pleased for the French. It'd be good if this went viral in France. Going to share this with a bunch of French people, Jan, so that we can get loads and loads of French people in here. But it'd be good because they'd mainly get low scores, and it'd make everybody else feel good, you know. Pedestrian crossing 75. We're back in the mainstream, back on top, back where it matters, back on top of the world. 68 for the Central Belt is a great score. 61, nice. 52 for Mum, good score. Are you teaming up with Auntie Lucy tonight, or is it just you? Does she still do it? Or is she? Hello, Auntie Lucy, if you're watching. 74 for Marion. Yes! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Birthday, Marion. Right. Enjoy the rest of the night. That means Chris is away. Thanks for coming, Chris. See you later. It's time for games for names, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get for names good. Get your score uploaded, even if you think you got a low score, because it makes the people above you feel better. Community effort. You know what I mean? Thank you very much for doing the quiz. Thank you to anyone who has donated. I really appreciate it. I'm going to put the link in one more time. Hustle more. I don't like to ask too many times, but there you go. Anyway, games for names. Right, here we go. This is what we can play tonight. Mystery bag. Have we got anything mystery bag? Yeah, I do. Yeah. I don't have one set up. I can quickly do one. Kazula Palooza, if you want to subject yourself to more of that punishment. Now You See It. That's a new game. You can play Now You See It if you like. That's a brand new game, or we can go for Hangman. There's no Where Am I there. I have Where Am I ready if you want to play Where Am I. I got it ready, but I forgot to put it on there. And if you want to phone in, Where Am I is the most popular. Where Am I? Where Am I? Where Am I? Now You See It. Let's start off with Where Am I? And then we'll do Now You See It. If you want to phone in and play True or False or Dead or Alive, then we'll maybe have time. I'll share the link with that in a minute for that in a minute. Maybe we'll just keep it community tonight. I'll do phoning later at 9 o'clock. So, look, it's not even there, but you're asking for, you are asking for where am I? So let's do where am I? We'll do now you see it afterwards. Now you see it's a good one. Just got to remember where I put it. That's the only thing. But in the meantime, we can get a bit of where am I? No problem at all. Got these set up. So you know what to do here. I am about to show you a little bit of the world. Okay? You got to guess where we are. Now. Hang on. Let me just play that. Hey! It's where am I? Right, okay. Here we go. Where are we now? So, look, there's the sea. Blue flag as well. Must be all right. Bit of a pier. Piers tend to be pretty distinctive, so if you've been here, you might recognize it straight away from that. Loads of guesses coming in straight away. Auckland, Dublin, Brighton, Anstruther. There's nothing like that in Anstruther. Do me a favour. That you could fit all of the population of Anstruther into that building. Brighton, Cheltenham, Paynton, Bournemouth. Nah. It's not as magnificent as your Bournemouth. Baldwin Regis, Bath. Lincoln. Lincoln's about 40 miles inland, so it's not going to be that. We go along here a bit. Clandudno. Hang on a minute. Is that right? No, it's not. Quite a lot of you going for Clandudno. I saw a couple of you going for it, but it's not right. It's not Rill. It's... Come on, someone must have this by now. We're getting closer with these ones, but it's not right. Aberystwyth! Yes! It's Aberystwyth. Now, I hope I've got that right. I hope I've not gone and see... It always concerns me when some of you jump on... Several of you jump on the right answer. Pardon me, jump on an answer. I'm like, nah, it's wrong. I think it's... I can quickly check. I'll just double check. But I'm sure. Quickly check. I'll put it into another tab, and it's got all the labels on it, and I can check. Oh God, I've got the wrong one. Right? Okay. Not the wrong Welsh one. I've got the wrong. Yes, Aberystwyth. Aberfistmas. Okay. I was correct. So, Callie Plant O'Toole, you are on the wheel. What kind of name is that? What kind of name is Callie Plant O'Toole? You're a rapper? Or a local councillor? What kind of person are you? Aye, look at the dog. Well, you can't really see it, can you? It's like a white dog on a white background. Nuts. Mo. Right, okay, let's do another Where Am I? I've got two more Where Am I's. Let's do them quick. We can have a go at Now You See It. So I'm just fetching this. Here we are. Here's Where Am I? Number 2. It's not the one I thought it was going to be. Get a bit mixed up tonight, but I know where this is. I definitely know where this is. Computer voice will love that. I did. I wrote it in full for exactly that reason, Louisa. Oh, I love that dog. Oh, it's your dog's name. Your dog's called Callie Plant O'Toole. I mean, that doesn't suddenly explain it. I mean, that's a crazy name for a dog as well. Dogs are called things like Alfie and Jack, stuff like that. But you've called your dog Callie Plant O'Toole. Is it a competition dog, like a Crufts type of thing? Right, hang on. Back to the game. Where have we got? Oh, someone's got this right. Mombasa. That is absolutely correct. I thought we were going to have a good wander around there before anybody got this right, but it is. It's Mombasa in Kenya. There's the No Maneno shop. No Maneno! You want Maneno? Don't come here because we got No Maneno! It's in Kenya, of course. Mombasa, down by the seaside. Oh, it's a slightly less busy day. All of a sudden, the Sita Plaza. No Maneno! Iko Kitu! What does it mean? Nobody knows. Looks alright. Kind of looks a bit like Skegness, to be honest. Right, cat on the wheel. Hubba, hubba. Well done, cats. That's Phil. Right, we've got one more. Time for one more. That was a really quick one. Well done. Let's bang! He's happy with that. Let's get the last Where Am I on, and then we should have time for, we definitely will have time for a couple more games. We're going to play, we'll do Now You See It, because it's a new one. I thought to myself, I better do some new. Now, that's it. This is the last one here. So, where are we now? What the hell's going on here? Looks like some kind of church operation. Let's see if it's the right church. Well, it's Christian. So it's like in the family of the true church. Might not be the true church, but it's definitely, it's where the 501s are made. Let's have a look around. And I'll tell you something, this is difficult. This is somewhere that you've never been and you've never heard of. But it's a familiar name. So this is quite a small place, but with a familiar name. And I would imagine, I'd put money down that no one on this quiz has been here. But it's a familiar name. It's a name we all know. What we got so far? Valletta, Bahamas, Las Vegas, Phoenix. Las Vegas and Phoenix are like close-ish. El Paso's a lot closer. Oh! Craig's got it right. It's called Edinburgh. Brilliant. Excellent, Craig. It's Edinburgh, Texas. Right? This is Edinburgh. They spell it without the H. It's Edinburgh, but, you know, let's not be dicks about it. Lots of churches. Loads of stuff to do in Edinburgh, which is basically go to church and shoot people. Is that a statue? It's a religious thing. So that's a church as well. Guys, churches are absolutely everywhere. Yeah, Edinburgh is correct. Craig, well done. You are on the wheel for the second time tonight. Craig Stevenson. Okay, right. Let's play a little bit of Now You See It. Now I'm going to have to just open something up here. Yeah, I'm going to have to open up a file here. That was brilliant. Has anyone been to Edinburgh, Texas? It's right down south on the border, very near the border with Mexico. So it's quite unusual. I was just scanning about on Google, and I thought, that looks all right. Noticed the name, really. Technically Edinburgh. Aye, that's what I was saying, David. But, you know, hey-ho. I think I'll give it to Craig for getting Edinburgh. I I think that's fair, don't you? Okay. Right, new game. No! No, you never. Don't believe you. Right, let's get rid of that. Let's get a new game on. It says, now you see it. Now, most of you are, of course, younger than me. In fact, most people in the world are younger than me now. But if you are my age and you lived in Scotland, back in the day, you might remember Now You See It by Johnny, a fragging. Like Billy Connolly, but without the warmth. You know, it looked guy who looked like he was going to do you in after telling you a joke. Johnny Beattie. Famous for the Glasgow Rap. Go and listen to the Glasgow Rap after the quiz. I kind of thought so. Right. So now you see it as a grid. I'll explain it before I show it. It's a grid of letters, and within that grid, reading from left to right. Left to right. There we go. Left to right. Are answers to questions. You got to find them. First person to put the answer in the chat gets the name on the wheel. There are 4 questions. So here we go. Right. So the first one, now you see it, is a quote off the Bible. Find a word in there. It's consecutive, reads from left to right, and a poetic book of the Bible. This is designed to be quite a quick one, quite a quick competition. Yeah, now you see it. So who's going to get this first? A poetic book of the Bible. Yes, we have an answer. It is Veg. Job is correct. And there it is. Line 2, position 8. That's what Johnny Beattie used to say. Line 2, position 8, job. Terrifying quiz host. Right, next one. We'll try and do this quickly. So it disappears, that goes away, and then we get the next one up. 1664 comedy by Moliere. This is for the fancy, the artsy, and the poncy. You'll know this. Yay! Simon's pleased with getting a job. Get a job! So what are we going for here? This is 1664 comedy, like a play by Moliere. Oh, we got right answer. Very good. Hazel. Tartuffe is correct. Brilliant. Tartuffe. So that is Hazel Simpson. I'm going to just carry on quickly because you're spotting answers all the time. So that disappears. Next one comes in. Marvel villain and 80s kids TV show. So one word suits both of these. It's a villain from the Marvel universe, and it's also the title of a television show from the 1980s. Yeah, that's right. Felix is right on it there. It is Jigsaw. So Felix Haslemeyer. There we go. And the last one, for now you see it, very quick. That disappears. Musical style. It began with the song Pelo Telefone in 1917. Well done, Felix. You're on the wheel. Correct. We have a correct answer now. It is Andrew Burney, who got samba. Samba is correct. Brazil's national dance, samba. Widely supposed to have been started by a single song, Pelo Telefone, in 1917. Was a working class expression. It was repressed, and then it became culturally okay, and it became Brazil's national music. Sorry, Marion. What? Hand job. There you go. Entirely accidental. Not supposed to be there. Anyway, well done to Spedge, Hazel, Felix, and Mr. Burney. All got themselves on the wheel for that. It's 1 minute to 8:30, so let's say cheerio to this. Did you like the game? Did you like the new game? Yes, exactly. Shand job, that's amazing. That's I don't know if anyone's ever made that joke. Wow. It's there, right enough. Look, shand job. Hey. That's great. That is brilliant, right? I said there was only one spot on the wheel, turned out to be two. Now it turns out to be three. Val, you're going on the wheel, right? Sensational. Okay, let's get the wheel on. It is 8:30, and I do have to reset for. I'd love to stay on and chat, but I've got to reset for. Yeah, I just did. Like it would be more challenging if diagonals and back to fronts were allowed. You're right, actually, Maz. Like a word search. That's maybe not a bad idea. I think the reason that they had it just going only left to right back on the TV game show was because they needed answers. Otherwise, it'd be boring television. But it's different here because there's so many of you answering that it's always going to be someone's always going to get it quickly. So yeah, again with your suggestion of backwards and diagonals as well. That'll be good. Thank you, Maz. Good game, better ones. Yeah. Good group game rather than calling in. Okay, good stuff. Right. Let's say cheerio. Now you see it at the moment. And let's go and get the wheel itself on so we can play for some lovely prizes. Mmm. Bit like a prizes. Okay, as you can see, I don't think I've accidentally typed any answers instead of names, which I sometimes do, but it looks to be pretty kosher. So we've got, oh, fantastic. Let's get spinny. Right, prizes. What we going to do for prizes tonight? First prize tonight is, well, you know, Easter's coming up, so it's a set of bunny ears, right? It looks like a bunny. It's kind of funny. Bunny ears. Let's get spinning. Remember to listen out for Computer Lady to see if she pronounces the winner correctly. Bunny ears coming up. Who's going to get the bunny ears? Is it Kayla? Oh no, it's just missing out with Callie Plato Tools. Got out cats as Phil.
Oh, catsa.
Okay. I swear to God, she does that slightly different every time. The Computer Lady. Phil, your bunny ears. I don't think you were expecting that. I almost wasn't expecting it. Second prize tonight, next is a £100,000 scratch card. All right. I don't have one to show you. I don't have any line about. Do I have one line about here? Yeah. Well, I've got one that's not. This is a £500,000 one, but a £500,000 scratch card or 100,000, whichever one I finally get. But it's a scratch card anyway for our next winner. We take all cats off the wheel. We spin again. Gary, Craig, Ewan, Jerry, Graham, Callie, Plant, O'Toole, Craig, Spedge. Is it going to go to Hazel or is it going to stay with Spedge for £100,000? It's got to Hazel.
Hazel Simpson.
Yes. Just sneaking over the line there. Spedge nearly coming up trumps. Am I on the wheel for donating a prize, says Louisa. Not now, later, right? Because I'm going to do that for the 9 o'clock quiz, Louisa. No, tell you what. I'll put you on both, right? And Spedge is donating a prize later. So you know what? I'm just going to, time for the beer, and this might work out for both of you. Put both of you on because you're both donating prizes. It's for later on, but I'll put you on the wheel just now because you're both here just now. So and I'll put you on later as well, right? But let's get spinny. Let's get spinny. Hazel, well done. You've won £100,000. And okay, we've got 2 more prizes. One's a bag of sweets. Sparkling. Look at this. How classy is this? Sparkling wine flavored gummies, right? Sweets that taste like Prosecco. Prosecco sweets. Unreal. Prosecco sweeties. I'm writing that down. David, Robin, Karen, Graham, Gary, Craig, Ewan, Jerry, Graham, Callie, Plant, O'Toole. Listen to this.
Gaily Plant O'Toole.
Oh, that's pretty good, computer lady. All right. Now, Callie Plant O'Toole, unless you're an old player under a new name, then that means I don't have your name and address. So you have to send me a message. Best thing to do is do it on Facebook. But any way you can find to get in touch with me, send me a message with your name and address so that I know where to send the Prosecco sweeties. Unbelievable. Crazy. Right, it's time for the big one. It's time for the beer. This is for the Fierce IPA beer. Remember, if you want to buy some of their stuff, you go to their website and use the, I'm going to put this little bit of information in the chat. It's a link to their website. Callie Plant's pleased. Excellent. Superb. And I've just put that information in the chat there. Fierce Brewing, you get 15% off anything you buy on their site if you use the code DPQuiz. Okay, but here for the beer, for the Fierce IPA. Maz, Simon, Stuart, David, Karen, Gary, Craig, Jerry, Graham, it's the same part of the wheel again. It's got to come up with one of Louisa Jobson or Spedge. It's gone into Louisa Jobson.
Louisa Jobson.
Yay. Oh, wow. Now, I think Louisa was on the wheel anyway, but that might have been the one I just typed in. I don't really know. But it's turned out to have worked out, and it means you are our beer winner. And I've got your details, so I will pass those on to Fierce Brewery, and they will send it out. And if it works out like it did for Katie this week, then you'll get your beer just in time for next week's quiz. Well, all right. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Nice finish. Well done, Louisa. Mainly, happy birthday to Marion. That's the key thing. So, there's only really one thing, one way to finish this off. And it's in tribute to Johnny Beattie, who I believe has passed away. Glasgow Rap on. If you're unaware of the Glasgow Rap, that's a good blow your mind. Okay. Let's get it started. Whoa, can you hear that?
Okay, Jimmy, seems on that microphone. Testing. Seems all right, boys, eh? Right, let's take a look at this thing. See you, Jimmy, you're a right wee brammer. Bad luck, Cecil, can't he talk the camera? Glasgow rapping, you just shout, well, piece of pig, then gone yourself. Glasgow rapping, just pure magic. Bulls in the mouth, is that no tragic? Oh, hey, the Glasgow rap, it's gonna be the one for the best on the map. If you talk proper, you better shut your trap. Oh, hey, the Glasgow rap. Oh, hey, the Glasgow rap, it's gonna be the one for the best on the map. If you talk proper, you better shut your trap. Oh, hey, the Glasgow rap. Do it. Glasgow rap. Easy. Wrap it up, rap's a must. You can't shove your granny up a bus. Wrap it up, rap, because Auntie Mary's got canary up your throats. Yeah, this is alright, quite fancy this, eh? Getting the hang of it. Magic. Better than working, you know, son. Right, let's get on with it. See you, Jimmy. I want to hear more of that part you give me. Who needs to go to New York State when you can rap in the Gallagher?
Can we just stop and appreciate that line? Who needs to go to New York State when you can rap in the Gallowgate?
Out in the street, punters all clapping. Hey, look at me, actually, Glasgow rapping. Oh, hey, the Glasgow rap. It's gonna be the one for the best on the map. If you talk proper, you better shut your trap. Oh, hey, the Glasgow rap. Oh, hey, the Glasgow Rap. It's gonna be the one for the greatest on the map. If you talk rubber, you better shut your trap. Oh, hey, the Glasgow Rap. Do it, do it, do it. The Glasgow Rap. Easy. Rev it up, don't get cute. Get loud, they bound to eat. Rev it up. Mon, Paul, rapping with a range, they bother at all. Oh, hey, the Glasgow Rap. It's gonna be the one for the greatest on the map. Hey, the Glasgow Rap. Oh, hey.
Need to stop it before. Brings me his old YouTube favorite, which is it's when there was a Glasgow American football team, and they had a promotional video. They recorded a song, and it's like Scotland's idea of what hip hop was before really anybody knew what hip hop was. Let me just see. I can't remember what it was called, but it's the Glasgow. What was the name of the old Glasgow American football team? Can anyone remember? Gotta get off soon because I've got to set up the next one. But Glasgow American football team song. Completely mental. That's it, Glasgow Diamonds. This is it. Check it out. Oh, yes. Glasgow Diamonds. That's it. I should remember that, shouldn't I? I'm Paul Diamond.
We are the Diamonds. We come from Glasgow. We're here to play football. Football's our game. We are the Diamonds.
This is quite catchy.
We come from Glasgow. Glasgow. We're here to play football. Out of
Woo!
with the diamond side, we come from Glasgow town, and when we hit in the field, we don't be messing around. We're gonna move the ball, we're gonna pass and rush. You get in the way, you're gonna feel the crush. The truth can hurt, man, the truth.
And if you get in the way, we pass and rush. And if you get in the way, you're going to feel the crush. Absolutely amazing. Right, I better go. There's two fantastic things to fill your evening with. You can watch those two on repeat: Glasgow Rap and Glasgow Diamonds. Making me feel all Glasgow nostalgic from here on the East Coast. I don't even feel like I live in Edinburgh anymore. I never go to Edinburgh. I live in Edinburgh, but I never go there. I'm always in the neighbourhood. I never go uptown anymore. Hi, it is a bit hollow, don't say. Go and listen to the full thing. It's amazing. Also, listen to all of the Glasgow Rap and listen to even the marginally racist lyrics that crop up. It'll blow your mind. Right, I better get away. I've got to get out of here, set up, get the baked potatoes out of the oven, and get back online in less than 20 minutes. So I'm out of here. Thanks for doing the quiz tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for donating, everybody. Really appreciate it when those come in. Try and keep me on an even keel here before I die. Thank you very much, and good night.